I think I'm extremely lucky and very happy the way my debut into films happened, and back to back my films did well, and I actually have completed such a long journey, and then again back with OTT and a brilliant debut. So I don't think one can ask for more, and there's no end to asking for more actually. Hi, this is Ayesha Jhulka and you're watching me on Mirchi Plus.
Hi, this is Samina Shaikh here, and with me today I have the very gorgeous Ayesha Jhulka, welcoming her back on big screen and also small screen as we do this interview, welcoming on Mirchi Plus.
Thank you, Samina. Thank you.
So after a very long time, after 3 years, you are back to the screen. It's not like, it's been a long time, I must say, because you already did Genius in 2018. So how does that feel, coming back to OTT platform for that matter?
That's the best part of it. I think OTT is a welcome change, and it is giving us an opportunity to actually get out of our comfort zone and do something challenging. And I think it's a wonderful experience, although I was not expecting this to happen with me, to be very honest, but I'm so lucky. I always used to see these shows, and I used to look at so many series. I still watch them a lot, and I used to say someday I want to watch myself here. And that day has come, and I'm really glad.
But how was it working with Juhi Chawla? Is this your first project with her? Because
Yes.
we have never seen you guys coming together as such.
Yes.
So how was that? Because we never thought the 90s heroine coming together in a film like this.
Well, it's not a film.
It's an OTT series. Yeah,
series.
exactly. Yeah.
But it's a pleasure to work with her, and I think that when you have so many other girls of today like Soha and Kritika, Karishma Tanna and Shahana Goswami, and these lovely girls. So the moment I got to know it's Juhi there, I said, oh, thank God, somebody from my times, Yeah. And I think both of us share the same wavelength. We both have, obviously, we are coming from that time, so something always remains in common, even though it is hush hush and not spoken about all the time, but at least we enjoyed, and I had a lot of shoots with her, and both of us, I think, contributed a lot to each other's performance.
But also, Ayesha, as I have seen your work, over the years, and we have grown up watching Pehla Nasha, Pehla Kumar, and now doing something which is very different. And you also said, you were a bit nervous because people have never seen that side of yours, the dark side of yours. How did you agree to this one though?
The only reason that I was not doing too much work is because I wanted to do something different, and that was not coming my way. So the moment I felt that something nice and a very complicated, layered character has come my way, I wouldn't have left it. It was not going to be it wouldn't have been a great feeling if I had left it. And more so because also the character was very strong. Tanuja Chandra was the director, Abundancia was the producer, and it was on Amazon Prime. So I don't think anything better would have come. Although I would really want that someday I actually do a series completely, pushing my limits to doing a very powerful role. By powerful role, I do not mean that you have to be some Jhansi ki Rani, but I mean that it has to be complex with lot of layering, more to perform and more to do. And with Hush Hush, it's a beginning, so yeah.
But also, Ayesha, the kind of work you have done, and as I told you already, it's quite different, and this one has a grey shade. Do you personally love watching such movies, such OTT content where, it's more of dark, dark side of the, stories and all? And which has been your personal favorite you have been binge watching of late?
No. I don't binge watch. I mean, I haven't started it off late. I started, watching all these when actually the OTT started, the trend started. So I've been watching for a very long time. I mean, I still remember 2.5 Men and 24 and all these. It was like, I don't know how many years back.
Yeah.
So I basically, I don't think that I have any favorite I don't think that only dark is beautiful or thrill is beautiful or I love comedies. I can, though I'm I'm a little scared to watch the horror stuff. I somehow, it stays with me. If I watch anything which has got horror in it, like really scary, I'm not very good at watching that. So even if I watch it, even if in the day I'll say something stupid कि दिन में देखेंगे, but it stays with me. So I've stopped actually watching that. I really get scared. So, but I love comedies. But I definitely give full marks to more emotional stuff, more, I would say, deep. It need not be dark, but it has to be deep.
Recently, you also revealed that the 90s actresses were always like put one against each other. Do you really feel that competition has gone behind, and there is something else right now currently with the kind of actors you come across and the kind of actors you see right now?
See, competition according to me is very healthy. I mean, if there's no competition, there's no fun.
True.
So it always motivates you to do better work. It always encourages you to be better than the other. That is healthy competition. There's nothing wrong in it. And today, even though there are so many actors and OTT has actually made ways for so many actors because of the realism and the kind of content that is coming, I don't think that there is no competition. There is competition, but it's a very healthy one. Like in a show, if 6 characters or 7 characters are there and they're all playing their part, the competition basically is not with anybody. It is with you yourself. You should have that, that feeling that you actually have to do better than you think you can. And somebody has to have that faith in you. And you should understand your self-worth also. So it all is a combined thing.
And recently there was a lot of conversation regarding your scene with Akshay Kumar, where he's actually putting water on your face, and you said you're completely okay. So you are a director's actor is what you said actually. But that was something which was quite, in the news and all, people were talking about it, and I don't know why, so this is what is happening, of late. A lot of, on Instagram, a lot of old scenes from movies, like even that, statue wala scene of Akshay Kumar and Sunil Shetty had come out. So a lot of all these scenes are coming out, and people are talking about it or spoofing about it or something like that,
I don't know from where this actually has come, because back then, years back, when we did this sequence of, that song bit, it was not a big deal. I mean, I never thought about it. Nobody thought about it. It was just a choreographer's thought that, but honestly, it was not a big deal. And, when you're actually doing something, you have to surrender to things. But if you're really, really uncomfortable and you feel that, okay, I don't want to be a part of this or anything like that, you can always voice yourself out. And I'm sure the directors understand it. So I think, and honestly, after 30 years, this generation has realized that that sequence was, it just didn't come in my mind at all. And it's okay.
You also recently said that you would feel very awkward to be Salman Khan's, bhabhi, because you have, done a movie with him. But if you had been given some other role with him, would you be okay with that? Because, how does that matter, honestly? What is your thought on that? What was your perception?
I never said Salman Khan's bhabhi particularly. I was just saying that, if like the question that was asked to me was that if you have to play their mother, the actors that you have worked with, how would you feel? So I said, I don't have a problem playing any role provided the role has meat in it and it is actually an extremely powerful character. Again, powerful in terms of depth and not in terms of power. So I, just said, imagine that I'm working with I've become Salman Khan's mother and, or bhabhi or anything. So it was in that context. It's got nothing to do with a particular actor.
But do you also personally feel, and that is where I feel like, do you also personally feel that, actresses after, a certain point, they try giving them, roles which which could be, say, maybe trying to play a Bhabhi or a mother or say a sister or something like that. But with actors, as they age, they are still romancing a girl who's 20-year-old. Do you also agree with that? That happens a lot in the industry.
See, there is a trend or a way that the industry works. There's nothing wrong in it. It's not from today it's happening. This has been happening from years. And they always say that there is a shelf life to a female actor in the industry.
They say that, yeah.
So I don't have anything against anybody or male actors working and all. They deserve it. They have also worked very hard. I wish it was not the case, but I mean, even women are looking nice, and the actors are working well, and with that experience, it's something else. But let's look at the positive side, that OTT has come in, and that so-called shelf life of female actors has increased, and there's so much more good stuff that you can do there. So I always like to look at the positive part of it.
And you recently also recalled that there were times when they made you feel like you're just a prop in the character. You're not like part of the movie. You're just like there. So do you somewhere feel that has also slowly faded off in terms of women-oriented roles right now?
No, I don't think I've said that, I was being used as a prop. I said that I would not like to do a very big project where I have a minuscule role or I'm just a prop standing somewhere. So that was the context. I meant this, and I stick by it. I would not like to do a really, really big project and do nothing. I would rather, I mean, what I want to do is a big project with a lot to do. It doesn't matter how many minutes I spend in the
But the character
project.
should be as...
Yes, so it's not the quantity I'm looking for, it's the quality I'm looking for, and the length does not matter for me. It's the absolute potential of that character which can be brought out, and if I can do justice to that, it's extremely exciting, and you feel as an actor, if I'm given something different to perform, and I, like a school kid, have to actually work on it to understand the character and do things. That is what I'm hungry for, and that is what I would like to do.
At the same time, you also spoke about how you were hurt when Urmila Matondkar replaced you for your debut movie. But do you feel good that the way your debut was?
I think I'm extremely lucky and very happy the way my debut into films happened, and back to back my films did well, and I actually have completed such a long journey, and then again back with OTT and a brilliant debut. So I don't think one can ask for more, and there's no end to asking for more actually.
But of course, more the character, different,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get to
you-
deviate a lot.
Yes.
At the same time, I also want to know, if you could share one memory with Divya Bharti, because, you were very close to her. She considered you like a sister, and she would always say that, she loves you and all. So if you could recollect one fond memory of, spending with her.
There are tons of it, but spending with her, we've actually spent quite a lot of time on the sets of Rang and otherwise also. But I think, she had this habit on the sets of Rang. A lot of times when both of us had scenes together, she would come and jump and sit on my lap and, then admire me, and I would also. I mean, we were both, she was probably younger to me, and I just thought she was very warm and extremely bubbly and extremely happening, in those times, and I just miss her.
That's good to know. But Ayesha, also, why did you take such, long breaks when it came to your role as compared to your other female actresses? You never felt that urge, no, I also have to compete and, get certain roles and all. What was the reason behind it?
So, yes, you're right. I had the urge every time. I think an actor always will have that urge. But I didn't want to compete with anybody, honestly. I was hungry to do good roles. I still am. And I feel that it was just bad luck that nothing so good came my way where I actually got very charged up. And that's why I thought it's better not to do any work rather than do bad work or the work that will not give me that satisfaction. And that's the reason why I took these long gaps. In between, I have done special appearances or some films which are not I didn't do them for a reason of, just for performance or anything like that. It was mainly because of relations, I had good relations with certain producers and directors and productions, and then they asked me to do a special appearance or something like that, so I did that. But if you really ask me, the role that I was looking for, I just felt that it was not coming my way, so I had to keep that just for my own self-esteem or feeling good factor, that I didn't want to do anything and everything.
But you also said that, when you had gone through flops and all, there were certain actors and certain, directors who started ignoring you, avoiding you, or, offering you something, or even you started having not having connections with you. So if you could recollect anyone who is very close to you right now, and the kind of, you might have made your own group over here in the industry, who is very close to you like that, in actors and directors like that?
I'm a very happy person with myself. I'm happy with myself, and when you say very close and all that, these are not things to be just taken on the surface level. Somebody very close to you actually should be very close to you. Your best friend has to be one best friend. It can't be so many best friends. Otherwise, they're friends. So there are a lot of things I truly believe in. I'm not that close to anybody from the industry, and even otherwise, I am a person who's best friends with my own self.
So you're reclusive.
Yeah, I can actually be with myself. I can do so many things where I don't, all the time I'm not seeking the shoulder of somebody or
you're independent like that.
Yeah. And when I meet people, I'm extremely friendly with them, and sometimes with certain people in the industry, when you meet them after years also, you actually connect from where you had actually stopped. So there's no gap, at times. And I think that's something really nice, that if two people are not meeting for years and then they suddenly meet and you pick up from there itself, that's a good quality two people can have. And I consider myself that I just don't have any hang-ups, but this, I don't know, I mean, sometimes I feel there is a certain boundary which is not created by me, but it's self-created, which is very difficult to cross and enter my zone. So I have
an aura around you like that.
I don't know, I mean, it's not an aura, it's just a boundary wherein, like for me, I don't think I would like to have a friend where I will speak everything and I want to let myself out and a lot of time. But yes, having fun, having friends and meeting people from the industry or from outside the industry is always great fun.
What is the difference do you see in the directors right now and the directors back then?
I really can't say this because I haven't done so much work yet, and Tanuja Chandra is from films as well, and it is her debut too as a director in Hush Hush. So for me to answer this question is very tough right now. Yes, once I do more work, I will know the difference between the directors then and the directors now. But if you really ask me about Tanuja Chandra, I loved the way she has done homework with me. She has actually, like a student, I have also surrendered and learned a lot of things from her about the character and how deeply she has studied each character for the series. So that's commendable.
At the same time, since I asked you about, the way, male actors giving more preference and all, do you somewhere also feel the audience is also to be blamed in a way because they also prefer seeing, even if the actor is, has aged, well and fine for that matter, it's okay. It doesn't matter, but, but giving them more preference. But if the same time, the same actress comes, at the same age, they would start like making comments around them, you know, call them auntie, call them dadi, call them anything like that, you know, and they do
Yes.
that. Do you somewhere feel that audience is responsible for this?
Well, I think everybody has a choice to make, but yes, this glass ceiling has to break someday, and I think we are already en route. It's unfair for you to, you know, pass remarks about a woman in comparison to a man. There's nothing wrong in accepting the men where they are and what they're doing, and you know, let's not always make it about equality, and let's not, women, you know, are very progressive today, but at the same time what's going wrong is that we're always fighting a battle against men. I don't understand why. We, you know, men are from Mars, women, I mean, women are from Venus, and why are we comparing these two planets? So we, you know, we are, there's no Adam without an Eve, and there's no Eve without an Adam. So why are we actually saying men this and women? So I don't understand this part of it, and I don't like it. I think we are, we don't have to be equals everywhere. You know, theek hai, I think we have got enough equality in terms of today. It's you sitting here and talking to me. Most of the productions have so many women in it. Most of the work areas have women in it. Women are progressing so much in every field, and we still say dil mange more. So more ho jayega jab waqt hona hoga. But I don't think that this should become like a comparison between men and women, because that's really immature.
Also, any tips for the female actresses, you know, of the current generation right now? What tips would you give them?
I don't think you know, I have the ability or the position of giving tips to, I think they're fairly doing very well. The only thing, you know, the newcomers who will actually join the industry or do any other kind of work, I just feel that the mantra to do anything is that you know, have to surrender to your work. You have to give it your 200%. And you know, back then also we had a guru. So here the guru is your director, your team, your people who are working with you. So somewhere, you know, for me, I think that if coming late, or like today I was late here and I was really uneasy because that's not me. For me, it's very important to be punctual. For me, it's very important to hear the director, see the vision from his or her point of view. What is the demand and how can I fulfill it? So a lot of things, which everything actually ends to getting professional. Now you can name it professional, or you can name it dedicated or surrendering, anything. But I think everybody learns from their own experiences, and the younger generation knows much better. They know much more. There's such lovely work happening on OTT and otherwise in films also. And I'm so proud to be a part of those times and this time.
Will we get to see more of you going forward after Hush Hush? What's next for you apart from this?
Yes, you will be seeing, as of now, a little more of me. And very soon, maybe end of this year, something nice will come, and again next year something nice will come. And I'm hoping that people sign me so I can keep doing good work.
And I'm sure many of them are hearing out that. It was nice connecting with you and to get to know so many things.
Thank you.